The banister is alive with cockroaches and bat shit.
Yeah, for the last couple of days we've been a bit under the weather, so there hasn't been much videoing going on.
No.
But hopefully we're back on form today. So we've been waiting to come to this place almost since we set off from the UK. This has been the ultimate destination. We're really looking forward to this. Although the centre is only, 10 miles from the centre of Sandakan, we're already out in what seems like rainforest.
Did they want us to keep moving?
I don't know, perhaps they thought there was an orangutan in the bush there, in the forest, that they didn't want us to disturb. So since leaving KK, it's been rainforest all the way, especially at the Sabah tea plantation the night before last.
Oh, that chucked it down.
It rained. Even the locals said it was heavy rain.
It was filling all the gutters and it was bouncing.
But in the morning, the actual mist over the rainforest was really special.
And it soon dries up with the humidity.
It does. This is just how I would imagine rainforest to be. Goya's got her big guns out today.
Hopefully for some action.
Yes.
I've carried it around for 3 weeks nearly, not using it yet.
You're going to be mighty disappointed if you don't get to use your big lens today. You've picked the most warmest and humid day to put on the greatest number of clothes.
Yeah, well, I've been bitten enough and I didn't want to spray any of that yucky stuff.
Yeah, we've broken out the heavy-duty insect repellent. The feeding session starts at 10 o'clock, so everybody gets here bright and early.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs.
As you said before, this isn't a zoo, this is actually a rehabilitation centre. The orangutans are free to come and go at will, so it's a bit of potluck what you see each day.
Yeah.
We're lucky to see some though.
And they could be anywhere.
Yeah, they could be anywhere in the trees. And even if they're just a few yards off the path, you would never see them, would you?
No, they're so well camouflaged. You see this thin one going up the side of this one?
Yeah, vine.
How it's attached itself.
Yes. Yeah, right to the top of the tree it's gone.
Yeah.
There's something in the distance.
Yeah. Well, it's not just my stomach.
It's a shame about the noise of a chainsaw in the background. We think they're chopping down dead branches because there are signs everywhere warning to look out for dead branches falling.
There's a load of butterflies here.
Been trying to get a picture of one of these butterflies all week. So let's see how we do. If you do come here, make sure you get here early. You need to be here by about 9 o'clock in the morning. It opens at 9, and by now 11 it's closing down. People are leaving and moving on to the Sun Bear Conservation Centre just across the road.
Right, round 2 of this morning.
Yeah, so the Sun Bear Centre is literally just across the road.
It couldn't have been more perfect, could it?
We left the car in the same spot. Sarah Jane, as she's now named.
Yes,
Left
who's
in the same-
absolutely filthy.
Yeah, after the drive yesterday, and we'll show you some of that drive as well. So the Sun Bear on the right hand side, as you can see, is the world's smallest bear. And for perspective, we've put Goya up against the bears. So I don't think she would stand much chance against the polar bear, but against the Sun Bear, yeah.
I don't know, not with their claws. Have you seen their claws?
So size for size against the Sun Bear, that's where you stand. The Sun Bear is so named because of the gold flash on its chest. Hopefully that's not the wildlife. It's really hot and sticky.
As
here.
fast as you put it in, it's sweating out again.
It is. Although the bears here are kept in captivity, they've all been rescued from either being kept as pets or, worse than that, actually being farmed for their body parts. One of them was being kept for its gallbladder. A woman was keeping the Sun Bear till it got big enough so she could sell its gallbladder.
For what purpose?
To make money. I guess in some areas, perhaps Chinese medicine, it's thought has medicinal properties.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all the animals have been rescued from certain death or really cruel conditions. So the bile from their gallbladder is thought to have medicinal properties. So they have 7 bears here, and all have been rescued from being kept as pets or for their body parts. Although they're small, they look quite muscular, don't they?
Wouldn't want a vessel with one.
No. The sign there just says that all the sun bears here were ex-pets or were being kept for their body parts, which is even sadder. I thought you were going to drive off, stop then drive off.
I was pretending to drive off.
Right, let's go. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning, morning, morning.
Our time in Sandakan is over, and we saw the orangutans yesterday and the sun bears. So this morning we're off to our next event, which is the Hornbill Lodge and a cruise on the Kinabatangan River.
Yeah, it's all go, go, go.
It's all go, go, go this life. In fact, we had that debate this morning about this being a holiday, adventure or a trip. One thing it's definitely not. It's definitely
not a holiday.
It's definitely not a holiday. There's no rest.
Well, hopefully the last week's a bit of a rest.
Yeah, well, the last week might be a bit of a rest. So the weather's a little bit damp this morning, but fingers crossed that for the cruise this afternoon, the river cruise this afternoon, the weather will hold up.
We've been lucky up to now, though, haven't we?
We've been very, very lucky with the weather.
Considering what it could be.
Yeah, this is towards the end of the rainy season here in Malaysia, but we've only actually been caught out for probably one afternoon. Other than that, it's been pretty dry all the time, so we've been very, very lucky with the weather.
And seeing the orangutans yesterday, we were really lucky.
Yeah, perhaps we didn't see as many orangutans as we
we
hoped,
would have liked.
but we did see the big
big
dominant
male.
male. So yeah,
He was
good.
beautiful.
All right, the lights have changed, so we're off. Yeah, the weather has definitely took a turn for the worse this morning. We're pretty damn glad we didn't do the orangutans this morning. We'd have got mighty wet, yes?
Yeah.
Having visited the glossy cities of KL, Kota Kinabalu, Penang and Georgetown, it's a stark contrast, this area. There's very little industry around. A lot of the living is little more than subsistence living, isn't it?
Oh, it's awful.
It's a lot of the accommodation, a lot of the housing is run down.
Seeing some of the children is quite upsetting as well.
Yeah, it is. Especially when you see the wealth in the main cities, which are just, a couple hundred kilometres away.
Last night we were out at a restaurant and there was this little girl, no older than 8.
Yeah, about
About that, walking around with 2 little shopping baskets trying to sell stuff.
selling fruit.
It was fruit, was it? I couldn't work out what it was at the time, but she was on her own. Obviously there must have been somebody watching her, I guess, but maybe not. It's heartbreaking.
It's a different world. It's a different world. So we've signed into the Gomatong caves.
Let's hope we sign out again.
Yeah. I don't think they get many independent travellers because they were quite surprised to see us.
We are quite unique.
I think that most people that come here come as a part of a minibus tour. I don't think many people come in rental cars.
No, people have been surprised at the mileage and where we've come from and how long we're travelling for.
Yeah. And probably they'll be surprised if we actually make it as well.
Oh my God, what are we walking into?
That was a bit bizarre to say the least.
It was.
The entry ticket office was closed,
Yeah.
so we were taken upstairs into a small office.
We could have been taken anywhere.
Yeah. And bought the tickets for 30 ringgits each, so about £6 each.
Yeah.
And been left to our own devices to wander into the caves by ourselves.
With bats and cockroaches and...
Yeah. Well, let's carry on.
If anyone finds this phone...
As each day goes on, we're getting deeper into the rainforest. More bugs, more creatures. More things,
wait till we see the cockroaches.
more for things for you to panic about.
And I'm itching already.
I don't know what we've come out to. We've come out of the woods, been faced with a picture of an orangutan. I don't know if you can see this, guys, but there's an orangutan up in the tree up there. Literally just above the entrance.
That's why there was a orangutan picture.
That's why there's a sign back there, obviously just warning you that orangutans are around. I never realised that you could get so close to an orangutan in the wild. He's just sat in this tree. These caves are famous for the collection of bird nests, for bird nest soup. And you can hear the birds chirping in the background. The place is covered in bat guano and bird droppings. And you can see the birds flying around. You can also see the ladders for collecting the birds' nests. This place is vast. It's much bigger than I thought it was going to be. The smell in here is right, but not as putrid as I thought it might be. We visited lots of show caves on our travels, and the caves we visited in Slovenia, the name I forget. Do you remember the name of the caves in Slovenia? Postojna. The caves in Slovenia, Postojna, were stunning. Some of the best caves, show caves we've ever visited.
But this is on a completely different scale.
This is something completely, utterly different. Hopefully with Goya climbing the ladder in front of me, you can get an idea of the scale. Oh, wow. It gets bigger and bigger. I don't think Goya's spotted these yet. She's walked straight past this point, but she hasn't seen you guys. I'm walking along this walkway and stuff's crunching under my feet. I don't want to think what it is.
Well, we know what it is. I just want to get out now.
Yeah, I think I've had enough as well. It's such a wonderful place, but it is pretty challenging conditions. And just imagine climbing these ropes and climbing these ladders to get the bird's nests. If you come to Malaysia, you must visit this place because it's unlike anything I've ever visited before. It's so unpolished, so dirty, so grubby, but pretty damn wonderful. Those steps go right up to the top, up to more caves. We need to push on and get to our next destination. After the 2-hour drive from Sandakan, this is where we're staying for the next 2 nights and 3 days. Taking part in river cruises, nighttime safari walks. Really, really looking forward to this. And our apartment is just up here, with a view right over the river. And this is our fantastic room. Have a look at this.
Hello.
Yeah, look who's here already.
Welcome to my abode.
So, look at this. And look
I was expecting something a little bit more rustic. Although I'd seen pictures,
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting something a little bit more rustic, but this is amazing.
There's nothing rustic about this. There's nothing rustic about this at all.
Don't let too many mozzies in.
And have a look at this view, right on the Kinabatangan River. We're staying here for 2 days and 3 nights. In that time we've got 4 river cruises and 2 night safaris and a daytime walk as well. This place couldn't be any closer to the river. This is where we're having lunch, breakfast and dinner, and literally this is the river and these are the boats we're using. You're very fetching in your poncho. Mm-hmm. Pete would be proud of you.
Feeling best.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you.
If you see anything, just let me know.
Yes,
Yes.
I will. Don't worry.
So it's 3 frog, yeah?
Beautiful. More colourful from the back. Just like this.
Is there liable for snakes? Yeah, I want to go home.
It's 5:45 in the morning and we're just heading out for a morning cruise. The great thing is it's not raining this morning. The sun's not up, but it's not raining. So looking forward to a good morning cruise and see what animals we can find.
29 and I find myself wondering, what did happen to the last 10? I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to separate.
It's still raining, but what a fantastic place this is. We've been here for just about 24 hours and we've already been on 2 river cruises and a night walk, and now we're off to a hike to a viewing platform. But unfortunately it's still raining. But once you're wet, you're wet. This place is go, go, go. It's only, what, 10:30 in the morning. Already we've been on a morning cruise, had breakfast, and now been on a jungle walk. Now it's back to the room now, and look who's up there harassing me. Looks like she's just woken up actually. She was asleep when I left her. Hi guys.
Hi.
Thanks for watching this far, and we hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have enjoyed the video, please subscribe, like and comment. What you want to do at the end of each of our videos is share what we've learned, and so that you can avoid the mistakes that we make. So we want to share 4 things we've learned about seeing the wildlife in and around Sandakan in Sabah. The first thing is visiting the orangutan centre in Sepilok. It's essential that you get there early.
Definitely.
Yeah, they feed the orangutans very soon after opening, and again don't do that till about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And in between, there's not much going on. In fact, everybody's leaving by about 11. The great thing is the Sunbear Centre is just across the road, so it's...
You don't need to repark or anything.
No, so
it's 2 for 1 really.
It is 2 for 1
Yeah,
in terms
you've got
of...
to pay for each one, but you haven't got to go anywhere else.
Yeah, and that's a big advantage.
Yeah.
The next place we visited was the Gomantong Caves, and if you visit Borneo, that is a must see. It's been...
Whether you do it solo, like we did in a car,
Yeah.
or whether you do it as a group. They do offer group visits, I believe.
Yes,
You
from
can get a
Sandakan.
minibus, but it is a must to go and see.
Yeah, it's appeared on so many wildlife programmes. We know that David Attenborough's been there.
Yeah, Steve Backshall.
Yeah. And yeah, the cave is in a complete ecosystem with the bats and the swifts in the roof, the cockroaches feeding off the guano and the droppings, and in the water, in the mud below, there are crabs and eels falling or feeding off anything that's falling from above. So it's a complete ecosystem. The smell, the size, the experience.
Just be very, very careful though, because it is very slippery, and don't put your hands on the rails. And I'd suggest maybe wearing a hat as well.
Oh, definitely wear a hat, because there's a constant rain of substance from the roof.
Oh, and decent walking shoes. Don't go in Crocs or flip-flops or maybe even sandals, because you are crunching on cockroaches.
Yeah.
We're making it sound not awful, but it's an experience.
Oh, it's a real experience,
Yeah.
and it's an education in itself, seeing the full cycle of life inside these caves.
Yeah. So, and just beware, there is something called a scooterama?
Scutagera.
We
didn't see any.
We didn't see any, but they're like a big centipede.
A long-legged centipede, which are extremely poisonous.
Yeah.
We didn't see any, but then we didn't visit the darker parts of the cave.
No.
Our river safari at the Hornbill Lodge was absolutely fantastic. The food, the staff, the quality of the boats, what they showed us. Yeah, everything was absolutely...
The lodges.
Yeah, absolutely, it was fantastic. And again, we're not sponsored by anybody or sponsored by them, but we can highly recommend that tour.
It did seem to be one of the better ones along that river as well, didn't it?
It did, from what we saw.
Yeah, there might be others, but that did seem to be the better one with the better boats as well.
Yeah. The Kinabatangan River is more accessible than many other areas in Borneo, such as the Danam Valley. If you're not keen on walking or not that mobile, it's definitely the better solution, the better option.
And you really do need a couple of days there as well, don't you?
Yeah.
And like any safari, a bit like the orangutans and this, you are not guaranteed to see anything.
Oh, definitely not.
So,
we didn't see the crocodiles.
No, I was gutted about the crocodiles, but that was mainly because it had so much rain and the river was flowing so high that they just weren't on the banks. Or
Yeah, the fact that the river was flowing so high did cause a couple of other problems, in that there was a lot of debris floating down the river, and the debris caused the situation that they couldn't run the nighttime river cruises because they were worried about the boats crashing into the tree logs.
Yeah, great big logs.
Yeah, coming down the river.
But it also caused a lot of plastic as well, didn't it?
Yeah, that was perhaps the most disappointing thing, in that there was a lot of empty plastic bottles being floating down the river, and I mean thousands, thousands and thousands.
And then they'd collect in like one of the little corners or the alcoves or behind a log, wouldn't they?
And that was almost upsetting to see that much rubbish in such a beautiful area. The other thing that disappointed us, or in fact upset me, was that in some places there were just too many tourists, and we were part of that problem. There's no hiding it. We were part of that problem. And the fact there were so many tourists in so many boats, it was affecting the behaviour of the elephants. The boats were creating a lot of noise, fumes from the outboard motors. Yeah, that didn't feel,
shunting back and forth.
Yes, that didn't feel right. We didn't feel comfortable with that.
But we were part of it.
We were part of it, so we have to acknowledge that.
Yeah.
It was nobody else's fault other than our own, because we were there doing it as well.
Because all the boat tours go out at the same time.
Yes. Yeah.
So
if you do like our videos, please subscribe. We might not be producing videos every week, but if you subscribe, at least then you'll know when the next video is coming.
yeah, you'll get that little ping.
We really appreciate you watching our videos, and we hope you learn something.
And we do really love some comments.
Yes, yeah, the comments do really make it.
Yeah.
So please subscribe, comment and like our videos, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.